ஒரே ஒரு 5 லிட்டர் இதய மந்த்ரா கடல் எண்ணெய் பேக் ஒரு மாசம் முழுசுக்கும் அத்தனை சமையல முடிச்சு விடலாம். இதய மந்த்ரா.
DGCA and other authorities are now in recovery and investigation phase. So based on what is known so far, what will be the key things in which investigators focus on the crash site, if I may say?
Let me tell you one thing. First of all, at the outset, we are very sad to know about this calamity that happened in Ahmedabad. In the past, many committees were appointed by the government of India, and their reports are with me. They say DGCA is not competent to investigate any incident accident. They have no experience of investigating high-tech pilots, cabin crew, aircraft, and all that. But they give judgment on their hearsay. There are no experts with them. Now, in this particular crash, you see the beauty is the pilot after takeoff, he announced Mayday. Mayday is the last emergency signal any pilot can announce. That means the emergency getting beyond his control, somebody to help. Mayday is the last emergency signal. He gave the emergency. That means they have very serious emergency. At least he told before dying, he is getting beyond. I'm sorry for all this. It's beyond his control. Now, these two agencies, like DGCA and AIB, they have found they do not have a single person for investigation of accident. I'll quote one accident at Calicut with Boeing, where 20 people died. One of the questions they were asking to the survivors, did the aerosters announce the evacuation process after the crash? Is this the question to be after the crash, the aerosters will announce how to get out of the aircraft? This is the way they investigate. Now, I have written emails to the Secretary of Civil Aviation, to DGCA. Please involve us. We would like to give our opinion and suggestion on how to improve the safety. But they don't give us time because these bureaucracy is very busy. They're very powerful. They have no time for the professionals to get advice. It is high time that we should rise to the occasion and involve all the experienced people to improve the safety of aviation in India. Even if it is to call the NTSB from USA, why not? Call those experts, call Boeing experts, let them investigate. Now, I've come to know at the crash site, the AIB and DC people are going without any mask. There are gases coming out. They are not worried about their own health also. They don't know how to investigate. You expect results from these people. What are they going to suggest? The only sorry state of affairs is the airlines today is short of pilots. They're hushing up in the training. They're sending the advanced pilot. They're not bothered about any pilot who reports snag in the aircraft. He's been punished for reporting snag. See, there's a list known as minimum equipment list by the manufacturer. Particular snag can continue for a number of hours, but after that, they must change the instrument. But is it happening? DGCA should act like a policeman to watch what these airlines are doing. They don't want to involve any professionals. So what can you say about this? It's a very sad state of affairs in our country.
All right, sir. So since you have already mentioned Mayday call before the crash, so sir, what exactly the signal, if we ask in layman language, what does it mean and how crucial is this call in understanding what went wrong?
Ma'am, it is high time we should stand up for an open investigation involving interested people who knows about aviation. Take their advice for the improvement and suggest method how to improve the. After Calicut crash, the implementation report came in 540 pages, signed by the high-level committee. The secretary was the chairman. Has secretary seen those 540 pages? What is stupid writing is given in that report? Clueless report they have given. They have no knowledge about aviation. And they're talking about the high-tech pilots and high-tech aircraft. It's a very sad state of affairs in our country. We have to rise to the occasion through press or media and all that to inform our Honorable PM. Let there be public inquiry. Let there be open investigation. Let these serious calamities should not happen in future. We are here to avoid such incident in future. We are not here to damage the image of any particular agency. But today the bureaucracy is so powerful, they don't call us. 3 mails sent to the secretary, he has no time. Is there any time? I can quote certainly see the massive corruption in DGCA. But they don't want to listen. The question is, I have reports with me. I've been associated with many incidents and accidents in India in the past where we have come and talked and suggested methods to improve the safety. And they have taken action on our advice also. But today, inexpert people, if they're going to invest, what do you expect out of them? If a person has I have no knowledge about medicine and all that, can I suggest how to do a heart attack operation? This is what is happening in our country. I want to know one person who's qualified to investigate incident accident high-tech aircraft, whether an aircraft accident investigation board or DGCA. They are not ready to listen to us. Now, what can you do? We have only to pray to God to improve the safety of aviation. We can't tell these agencies.
All right, sir. So there is also talks of either technical failure or bad weather being behind this crash. Based on your experience, how do investigator usually differentiate between these two conditions?
Ma'am, let me tell you, the weather condition will be known and what are the emergencies known. In these modern aircraft, more than 200 parameters are recorded. We would come to know whether the engines failed, why did the gear did not. You see, a pilot, when he takes off, when he gets airborne, he gets a signal of vertical speed that he is now left the ground. Then only takes the gear up. When he puts the lever for gear up, the gear does not go in a second and say, it takes time. It's a huge body. And that is the time when the both engines have failed. It's not good to preempt all these things, but the black box and the CVR will come out with the facts. When these 200 parameters are recorded, no pilot can tell lies in any case. Today, in the situation, when I was flying, not more than 4 or 5 parameters were recorded. Today, we are lucky to investigate this thing, and we can suggest things to these investigative agency how to improve the safety. But today, the situation with shortage of pilots, they are rushing up the training. Nobody is bothered. And if anybody reports anything serious tonight, they want to take action against that person. Pilots are scared to report serious incidents and accidents. Why they are scared? Because they don't want to lose the job. So it is high time that somebody should rise up and the public should rise up for a public investigation or judicial inquiry. Let there be where any person can come and give an affidavit. But they do closed door cover-up operation. They don't permit anybody else to come inside the investigation. Now, what do you expect out of us? We are not against the aviation industry. We are not against the ministry or DGCA. We are not against it, but we want to recommend and suggest few things in training. I have 37 years of flying, starting from DC-3, Fokker Friendship, Boeing 70, Airbus A300. I was instructor examiner. I was in DGCA also. We want to recommend a few good things for the safety of innocent traveling passengers. We are not against any particular agency. But is there any harm in listening to us? They can't even give us 5 minutes of talk. I know Secretary is very busy. He has a lot of political situations and he has to be in touch. But at least they can give 5 or 10 minutes. They don't want to listen. They have no time. But I am sorry to say, our investigating agencies are zero in investigating. They have no knowledge of it. They have no training of investigation. You're asking a passenger survivor, did the aerostate announce the evacuation process after the aircraft broken into pieces? Will she get up and announce how to get out of the aircraft? This is the state of affairs of our investigations.
So we also have one survivor.
I can produce this record to you where they are asking these questions.
So we have one survivor out of all the passengers flying. Apparently, he jumped while the plane was experiencing turbulence and thing. So we have one survivor, and he was sitting right next to emergency door.
Ma'am, I appreciate that person has given a statement. Now people are questioning, how did he come out? Did he have a training how to open the door? Emergency door in 2 languages, it is written English or Hindi. Pull the handle downward and the window goes out. There's no training required, but passengers are also so illiterate. They're asking who gave him training to get out? How did the door open? Was it processed? It is written on the emergency door, pull the red handle, pull the handle down in emergency. That's all. It's given in Hindi and English both. And also, the cabin crew before takeoff, they tell the people sitting next to the emergency door, please read the instructions carefully. And they put people with their strength and all near the window so that they can help another passenger also getting out of the window. Now, but some people are questioning, who gave him training? How did he come out? See, it's a very sad state of affairs. Unless we hold public inquiry, let the public know, and we can improve the safety. I can guarantee you that.
All right, sir.
There's no shortcut to experience and flight safety, but I don't know how to.
We also had foreign nationals because the flight was flying for London, and yesterday our home minister and today our PM will be visiting the site. So how does this incident affect international confidence in India's aviation safety?
Ma'am, incidents and accidents, they don't give you advance notice. They don't give you a notice for cause of action. It can happen anytime. But I'll give you an example. A pilot who reported very serious emergency like a pressurization failure, he told the DGCA they sacked him. Why did you report it? Instead of advising what to do, whether to withdraw that aircraft on that route or not, but they sacked him. The person ran to High Court and High Court said, we are not expert. You go to DGCA. DGCA sitting quietly, they say the case is finished. Is that the way to handle the investigation recommendation? What do you expect from these people? I'm ready for any question to these people, investigator. Let them come in front of me and answer a few simple questions. I'm ready for any punishment if I give any wrong statement.
All right, sir. So
I'm sorry for being so critical about this agency, but I have an experience of working in DGCA. I was on deputation for 3 years from Indian Airlines. Okay. I know they're working, how they issue fake licenses. I can tell you that if you have time.
So
fake licenses have been issued also.
So one final question I have for you. The aircraft was Boeing Dreamliner. So can you explain what makes Dreamliner unique and what issues were earlier raised by whistleblowers about its safety and might come under scrutiny again?
Ma'am, Dreamliner is one of the finest aircraft in the world. Latest technologies are fitted, and before the aircraft released for a operational public flying, the manufacturer does a lot of test flights, all emergency, during even a wind tunnel. In a wind tunnel, they fail certain instruments, then they see how the aircraft respond. Only after all the testing and proving on the routes, and they release the aircraft for emergency. And for all emergency, they give suggestions to the pilots how to tackle this emergency. But some serious things happen which we cannot preempt at this stage. Both engine failure, or one 320 took off from Kennedy. His both engine failed because the bird hit, and he landed on a riverbed. He saved all the passengers. Even the aircraft was saved. There are accidents which are difficult, but all incidents are preventable. Some are difficult, some are easy, and it depends on the good training, professional training to the pilots, engineers, cabin crew, and everybody.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless the. We pray for the peace to the departed soul and courage to the family behind. Please bear with the order of the God. We have no say on the order of the God. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.